Welcome to I Said No Gifts. I'm Bridger Winegar. It's 11 a.m. I've already been to the Burbank Walmart. It was a fine, unsettling and not at the same time. The customer service was excellent. They had a giant skeleton in the shape of a saber-toothed tiger, which I feel like is a confused message for Halloween. There are other I don't know what we're talking about when we have it. That's a museum piece. That's not Halloween. I don't think that's going to take off like the other skeleton has, but who am I to say? I didn't know the skeleton would take off. Why was I at Walmart? I had to return something. It was my birthday last week, and someone got me the wrong thing. So now it's a whole journey. But, I should talk about Found Coffee. I haven't talked about Found Coffee in a long time. It's in Eagle Rock, California. They do not sponsor the podcast. What I'm doing here is I'm secretly building up a bill for them. Eventually, we're going to slam them with an advertising bill, and then they'll be out of business. But in the meantime, you should go. I love Found Coffee. Speaking of Halloween, look at me go. This is because I've had about 500 milligrams of caffeine already. But on the way from Found Coffee, I noticed that our local car wash is now doing a haunted car wash. I don't know what goes on in a haunted car wash, and I don't want to know. But that's a new option. Everyone wants to get in on the Halloween game. I don't know why. It's bigger than Christmas at this point, I think. You don't get a Christmas car wash. It's not a bad idea. Bellagio Car Wash, reach out. What else is going on? Oh, the other thing, I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with Peter Thiel and the Antichrist. I don't know if I almost don't want you to Google this because this could ruin your algorithm. Do you say Antichrist or Antichrist? Neither sounds right to me, but Peter Thiel is waging war on the Antichrist. And that's all I really know. But thank you, Peter. Okay, Patreon. Of course, we've got to mention Patreon. Patreon.com/ISaidNoGifts. The amount of material there, it's a treasure trove. Bonus episodes of the show. Also, episodes of me ranting about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and then Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and then who knows what else. I watched a little bit of Sister Wives last night, and season 20, things are not going well for the polygamists. Come to Patreon. Support the podcast. Okay, this has been 30 minutes. It's time to get into the podcast. Everyone loves today's guest. It's Jacob Wysocki. Jacob, welcome to I Said No Gifts.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
Hello.
I brought a lot of information here.
There's a rule in podcasting. You can't talk till you're introed. I follow the rules.
You did it very well.
I'm a consumer of the media. I understand how it works.
Occasionally the guest pops in.
I almost did. I
would have welcomed it.
That Burbank Walmart's fucking nuts.
It is the grayest space I've ever been in.
Gray is a great way to describe it. It is liminal in that it is so far away from being in Los Angeles, California, yet it is here. Yes,
it really feels like, now I'm in I have just gone to another realm.
Yeah. Have you been to more rural Walmarts before?
I grew up in Utah.
Okay.
So I've been to, I would say, almost any type of Walmart you can imagine. And I've been to them at every time of day.
Uh-huh.
When I go visit my parents, sometimes I'll just go wander around the Walmart late at night just for the experience.
Something to do. A 3 a.m. Walmart is crystal clear.
Yeah. The weirdest thing to see is a full family at Walmart at that time of day.
Yeah. What? Okay.
It's like, maybe vampires. I don't know what's happening.
It's good that we're all out.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad.
It's good that they're all out together. That's nice. You love to see a family in arms.
Oh, yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, this Walmart, and I'll also say it's in a parking lot with an Ulta and a Sephora. The tension there between these two makeup stores.
They're constantly fighting.
Constantly fighting. Who allowed that to happen? You can't have both.
No. And how do you choose as a consumer?
Oh, of course.
You just go where there's parking. Oh, there's a spot at Ulta pulling in.
I guess there's also a Target within walking distance of this Walmart.
You're talking about the beauty of Burbank at this point.
There's room for everyone.
We got it all.
There's also kind of a religious workout center over here.
Tell me more.
I wish I could.
How religious? Like God religious?
Deeply
or like
Christian gym. Why did I call a gym a workout center?
It's not wrong. You weren't wrong. Don't be mean to yourself. You weren't wrong.
My English classes are coming along well. They have a Christian gym.
Great.
This is a new phenomenon, which I don't understand.
It's the race for the third space.
That mythical third space. What is it?
They need it. They need it. And then we also got to get Christ in the mix.
People love going to the gym and church. How do we combine those two things?
I don't know. I guess it's a 2-for-1.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, interesting.
A spiritual body practice.
Right. You go there on Sundays. Interesting.
Once a week gym.
Once a week gym. Now we're finding some appeal for people. This is all starting to add up.
It's good marketing at this point. Yeah.
But then the music, it's probably Christian rock.
Not fun.
No one likes it. Even the people who say they like it.
Even the people who make it.
Yeah, they're like, well, I'd rather be doing something else.
Yeah, I'm just getting my bag.
Yeah, of course, of course. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Beautiful Burbank, California,
right.
Nice early morning pod. It's great because you don't have to do anything before this.
Right.
And I technically don't have to do anything after this.
It really settles the day for you. Oh,
I did something.
It's a dangerous thing to do a podcast early in the morning.
I know. It's kind of nice. I also have tripled up on caffeine in a way that I normally don't.
What sort of caffeine were you consuming?
So I've moved away from liquid caffeine as a regular, and I take a caffeine pill with my vitamins in the morning.
Why?
I just think it just kind of gets in the system in a way that's a little better.
Interesting.
And I don't feel like I crash.
Okay.
And it doesn't get me because sometimes you overshoot and then you're just buzzing.
Every single my hands will be shaking at some point. Just wait. Keep an eye on my body.
I'm locked in. Yeah, I'm locked in.
Tremors.
I'll ring a bell when you start to shake. But yeah, it's nice. And then sometimes you don't have to take it. If I want a slow morning,
right?
It's not like you get hooked in the same way I think you do with coffee and the ritual of brewing your coffee or making your espresso or whatever. So on the weekends, if I want to be lazy, I just don't take my caffeine pill.
Oh, interesting.
And I can just kind of lumber around.
See, for me, it's not about feeling lazy. It's about feeling like wanting to be awake at all.
Sure.
When I wake up, I'm the most miserable person you could possibly encounter. Just not a
sort of a grumbly
presence.
bear situation.
I would go beyond that.
Okay.
Just, I would say hateful.
Sure. Spite.
There's a lot of spite.
There's a darkness in me in the morning.
So until I've had some level of caffeine, it's just, you can't be around me.
Mm-hmm.
And
now what happens if you don't get the juice?
If I don't get the juice,
it's a wash?
Good question. There was a huge part of my life that I wasn't getting the juice in the morning, and it was just well, what's wrong with me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's because I don't have the normal brain chemistry of other people.
Yeah.
Then you get into this, and you're like, oh, now I get a lovely beverage in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then about an hour after waking up, I can communicate with other people.
Great.
And at that point, I can start doing my, what's the game that I play? Connections.
I don't know what this is.
You don't know Connections.
It's a word game?
Yeah, it's like a word game, kind of in the same vein as Wordle.
Okay.
I think it's better than Wordle.
Oh, hey, fucking shots fired.
You heard me. Wordle is just a guessing game. It's just, a slot machine, essentially.
Isn't there strat? There's strat.
Barely.
There's strat.
Oh,
They're always talking
there's a
about
little
it.
strat.
Because it's S is more than T or whatever.
Well, but people talk about strategy with a slot machine.
Yeah.
And it's no.
You ever have a friend who figured out roulette?
Yes.
And they're like, I figured out the system. It's the system. And then they go and they're like, well, there's actually just some error with my system.
It's well, I gave you my money because you were so confident.
Yeah.
And now I'm realizing, this is still purely chance.
Yeah.
And you're delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Do you gamble at all?
I do. I like a controlled gambling situation.
Such as?
I'm going in with $100.
Okay.
And then I will leave.
Right.
And that either means I'm going to sit and slow play and see if I can accumulate, or sometimes I just go for the one big dopamine hit and I go straight to roulette, put it on black, and just hope. And I channel my psychic powers.
It's like running an errand.
Yeah.
Just pop in.
I love a road trip where there's a little dinky casino.
Oh, sure.
I'd rather stop there for my little stretch and break situation and then play 20 in a slot.
Inhale some cigarette smoke.
Yes. I used to smoke cigs. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. So it is like a cheat.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's a bit of a cheat.
That actually is.
Yeah.
It's always shocking to find people smoking in a casino. I mean, like
it's wicked.
To be indoor, it's truly wicked.
It's the last frontier.
It really is.
Yeah.
It feels like I can't believe they haven't banned this yet.
Please keep it.
Yeah, I think it's part of the charm.
Yeah, some places I think are like moving away from it in the year of our Lord 2025. But I'm like, you're not a true casino.
No.
If you don't reek.
And if they want Gen Z, they need to keep the cigarettes.
Well, the Gen Z, they're smoking Stokes.
They love a cig.
They're going for cigs. They're kind of like, they're getting off the Baba, the vape, which is nice.
Yes.
I just fucking blast a cig.
They're the same thing.
Yeah, I would argue maybe worse.
Probably.
Because we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what the science is.
And you're also ripping it in your house now.
Yes. And a cigarette's kind of more of a leather jacket look.
For sure.
You're not vaping off you're not sitting on a motorcycle vaping.
I hope not.
No, you're not on your Harley. You're not at a slot machine with a vape.
No. If you are, you're losing.
You're losing. The secret to slot machines.
Gotta have
genuine tobacco.
Yeah.
Back to the Walmart just briefly. When was the last time you were in there?
I was actually there pretty recently.
For what reason?
I needed like 3 international food items that they tend to carry.
Such as?
I needed gochujang.
Okay.
You would like a fermented bean paste,
right,
like a Korean bean paste. I needed jerk chicken seasoning that they have there. They have like a wagwan. I forget what it's called, but it's like a jarred. And what was the other thing? I think like a mirin, like rice wine vinegar.
This feels like you were creating a chopped basket.
It was one meal, and then I needed jerk chicken for the pantry.
Right,
yeah,
a staple, pantry staple.
Yeah.
Wow, you make a lot of jerk chicken.
I used to work in a Jamaican food truck.
Really?
Yeah.
As a chef? Cook?
I cook, yeah. I mean, like on a food truck, everybody kind of does everything.
Right.
It's kind of like just all hands on deck. So, yeah, I was cooking, I was prepping, I was cutting, I was frying, and I was also the token white.
Sure.
Yeah.
How did you end up in this truck? I feel like unless you own, like, did you submit an application to the truck?
It was kind of like a family friend. My mom's was really close with this guy named Dylan, who they used to work together, and he had a side business of a Jamaican food truck. He's from Belize.
Okay.
He's Belizean and cooks really, really good Caribbean food with his family. And during the pandemic, shit was tough. Wow. There was no jobs.
Right.
And I was looking for work, and he was kind enough to
That's incredible.
Come work on the truck.
And had you cooked much before this?
My first job was like a dishwasher food prep.
Okay.
In my,
What was the restaurant?
It wasn't a restaurant.
Okay.
It was called Delightful Dinners.
Oh, I like this.
And it was essentially like Hello Fresh.
Okay.
But before
all
of that. So
right.
This was a crazy concept, and I wonder how it would do today. But it was like a bunch of wine moms would show up and they drink wine.
Sure.
And we had these stations that would be a complete meal.
Okay.
And all of the stuff was pre-measured. So it was like chicken tortilla soup. Mm-hmm. And this scoop is the perfect measurement for the amount of bouillon you need. Right. And this scoop is the perfect for the amount of green peppers you need. And you'd construct a meal to take home and freeze, to pull out, to cook.
Wow.
Like fresh home ingredient meals.
Right. And what sort of space was this taking place in?
It was in like a commercial kitchen space.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it did well?
No. It lasted like a year and a half, 2 years, something like that.
Yeah, it feels like...
It was very ahead of itself.
Right.
And obviously those things are very popular now where it's like, I want fresh ingredients sent to my house so I can cook and we can bring... the family back to the table.
Oh, of course. That's what's wrong with America today.
We're not eating together at the table.
Well, but this one would send you, allow you to drive home drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that's
these women would get hammered. They would just get tanked. And my boss was very, very Christian guy, and I always thought it was this interesting moral crossover because he would make us pray. Before work, and I had to lie about being religious to get the job. I was like, yeah, totally, man.
That's really weird.
And every shift, he'd be like, I don't know, yeah, maybe doing his little shit. But then he'd also allow people to just get absolutely incinerated.
He's probably running this gym now.
Maybe, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I wonder, I'd pay $550 to see what that guy's up to, and no penny more.
I like the extra $50.
A little walking around money.
I worked my first job was as a dishwasher. Well, yeah, at both Schlotsky's Deli and Gecko's Mexican Grill.
Ooh.
R.I.P. to both of those.
What was the grossest thing that you had to regularly wash?
Oh, that's a great question. I feel like I later worked at a bakery where we also had to wash things, and you had to wash out. They would cook full turkeys in like a tin, and like scraping essentially turkey off of the thing into hot water. Nightmare. What about you?
I think like sour cream.
Interesting.
Because it curdles under the heat.
Oh, why was it under the heat?
The heat of the wash of the water.
Oh, wow. It curdles that quickly.
Yeah, because you're washing with hot water for sanitation
like scalding
reasons.
hot water.
Yeah, exactly. And so you'd be washing out the cabro of a vat of sour cream because the wine moms need it for their Greco-Roman fiesta chicken or whatever. And you'd wash it and it would just like curdle and then the smell would waft. Oh. Yeah, there's a couple things that like really I can no longer enjoy because I just, for 2 years.
You can't eat sour cream?
No, I'm out.
Interesting.
I'm fully out.
People have very strong opinions about sour cream, even when they're not cleaning it.
I don't get it. Even before the clean, it's like, okay, cool. I guess I'll eat some bad milk. But it cools my burrito down, so I'm winning.
It adds some tang.
Are you pro sour cream?
I wouldn't say pro is a strong position.
You fucking love it.
I'm with the Sour Cream Council.
Okay.
And everyone, you should start your morning with a bowl. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
You're on the propaganda train, man. I fucking smell it on you.
Get a spoon, get a straw, get into your sour cream. No, I don't mind it. A
neutral party.
When I find it in a burrito, I'm like, well, they put another ingredient in, thank God.
Bang for your buck.
Yeah, bang for your buck. I would prefer guacamole in the place of that. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about creme fraiche?
I'm just kind of not on the crema. The creme, the cream.
You won't do it.
I don't even really do mayo,
Okay, mayo's another category.
I'll hit an aioli, maybe.
Yeah, interesting.
Maybe.
Right.
And that's just, I guess, good marketing.
It is, because it is mayo.
It's the same,
It is, with some sort of flavor, essentially.
Yeah, you put a little garlic or a little stank in there or something.
Right. No, mayonnaise I've learned to deal with.
I can be a big boy and just be like, okay.
Fine, I'm going to eat it.
I'll try, but I don't get it. I don't get what we're getting out of it.
Right. I guess
compared to a mustard or just the taste of salami.
The taste of
I don't need it more wet, man.
Some sandwiches, the bread is too dry. Uh-huh. And you need something there to wet it up.
And whose fault is that?
That's, ultimately the baker. And we've got to go all the way back. It's not even the restaurant. It's the baker.
I say we blame the farmers.
But yeah, we should just get back to the grain.
The dry grain.
Yeah, whoever the person with the scythe ultimately is to blame for mayonnaise. No, I can eat essentially anything. I had something to eat recently that I wish I could remember what it was. Oh, it was a tuna melt.
Okay.
First time eating a tuna melt.
It was your first time.
Last time. Only made it halfway through.
Yeah. And what did you not like about it?
It was heavy. It was wet. Okay. It was hot fish.
Yeah.
It was so soft.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
Have you had one before?
I have not.
Okay.
I don't eat fish.
Oh, you don't eat fish?
I don't really like fish.
Okay, well then this is going to be a problem.
It tastes like drowning to me. It has I think I have maybe a bit of a trauma trigger.
Right. Have you drowned?
I'm currently not.
Okay.
Currently not. So I grew up in SoCal.
Right.
We could ride the shitty bus to the beach.
Sure.
And I feel like the culture of being a kid was you swim until you almost drown, and then you go in, and that's when you're done at
beautiful
being at the
experience.
Beach. And there's a couple times where you're really having fun and you're being a young man, and then you get caught in a riptide and you're like, don't know. I honestly don't know about this one.
Right.
And then you barely, and it's that's kind of the same taste as fish. Is that yeah.
No, I was in the ocean for the first time in a long time recently, and it's way scarier than I expected.
Yeah, man.
It's really out of control.
It's you have to really respect it.
Yes.
It's not a lake. It's not a river.
No.
It's so different. And you can get tricked. You can be like, oh, it's calm. The waves are only 2 feet. And then for whatever reason, there's just a 6-foot set. and you're fucked.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
Do you know Josh Sharp?
No.
Comedian Josh. He drowned in Mexico. I guess, like, when you drown, do you die, or is it... He was knocked out and washed up on the shore, basically. And
I think, to me, that's cause of death.
Right.
Like, drown is full... I think you almost drown.
Almost drown.
Yeah. To me, drown is dead.
And even...
And we can look that up. Jamie?
Analise, what is the final word on drowning?
Yeah. I would really like to get to the bottom of that.
It looks as if, yes, it's pretty final. Yeah.
Okay, that's the final word.
Fatality.
Okay, so he almost drowned, but like to the point that like his brain, I think, essentially kind of shut down for a minute. And to me, that's like, okay.
If you cross over, I'll give it to you. If you cross
meet
over and
an
are brought
angel,
back, yeah.
then you have a bestseller on your hands and all kinds of, I mean, your career opens up in a huge
I wish
way.
I could write an angel book. Oh, I know it'd be good. That book tour.
Go be reckless in the ocean. Go for it. Are you a beach guy in general?
Yeah. I'm
It's
kind of
hard for
like,
me.
Unfortunately, a classic SoCal guy.
Okay.
You
You
know?
have a bit of a beach vibe.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
It's just not a bad thing. It's a
Like,
good thing.
I like all versions of going to the beach, but I'm a guy who's like, I'm going to get there early and I'm going to stay all day.
And are you reading? What are you doing? You're playing in the sand? You're splashing in the water?
All of it.
Wow.
All of it. I think it's a great way to like get away from the phone for like an extended period of time.
Sure.
And I think a lot of it is just like focusing on kind of like doing nothing and enjoying just like the sounds and the sights and like maybe you're with some friends and so you've got like some fellowship and community and it's kind of about the nothingness of it.
Right.
And then you get to fill that nothing with like little things and it's sandcastle time and it's swim time and it's like go for a walk time. Or nap time. Yeah.
You're making this sound way more appealing to me because I just think I'm tired and there's an hour drive home and I want to take a shower. So
I think that maybe if you thought about it as like it's a whole day, it's like Disneyland.
Right. It's not a
3-hour thing.
You pop in and then go home.
Yeah.
Right.
You're going to do the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah. But it is a lot of sun. You got to be careful.
I know. I feel like, do you tan?
Yeah, I kind of get a little olive.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're very lucky.
Yeah.
For me, not
you're a little more fair
experience.
than I. Yeah.
Yes. So there's a lot of worrying about reapplying the sunscreen and have I got enough on in the first place.
Look, the tent technology in the last 5 years.
Tent technology.
It's gotten crazy for beachwear.
Like what?
People are there's all these like things that you can just pop up and all of a sudden you're shaded. And it's like, I would have loved that when I was a kid.
Right.
There's all these like, the wind and it just uses the wind to keep up and you're shaded. And
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because an
get in the
umbrella
mix
is
on
not
that.
doing anything for anyone.
So old school. At this point, passé.
Oh, I would say a fallacy. The umbrella fallacy.
It's a logical fallacy.
Yes.
You got to get one of these sun umbrella. I don't even know what they're called. The tech's amazing.
Well, I know what parking lot to go to. The REI, Walmart, Target, Ulta, Sephora parking lot. Best Buy.
Mm-hmm. They got it all.
They've got it all.
They got a Wendy's, and then you can go
have
get Panda
dinner
Express.
at Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, give me a Bloomin'. Let's get a Bloomin' after this. Let's cut the pod now and go get a Bloomin'.
Well, as much as I'd like to keep talking about that parking lot, I feel like there's something else we should. It's not. I don't want to talk about it. I didn't even want to bring it up, to be honest. But I thought Jacob's wonderful, a friend of friends. I think a lot of people can vouch for this guy. He'll come on the podcast. We'll have a nice time, and then move on with our days. Maybe split a bloomin'. The podcast is called "I Said No Gifts." So I was surprised when you showed up today holding this gorgeous gift in this stunning kind of magenta pink sparkling bag.
Can't show up empty-handed.
Well, that
would be
poor
rude.
excuse.
We're new friends.
Okay. Well, if we're friends, I'm always looking for new friends.
Yeah. I can't enter a new friend situation empty-handed. That'd be so rude.
Okay. Well, that's a perfectly good excuse.
Yeah.
Should I open it here on the podcast?
I would be honored if you opened it.
Okay. Let's get into
and
this.
Just have fun.
Okay. It's got a good the front of this has got a nice tactile
There's a feel to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you might take some glitter away with you.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Not yet. That's almost a
Do some
sandpaper.
ASMR for that. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, let's reach in here. Pulling out. Okay, now we've got a lot of tissue
Okay,
paper.
it's in that.
Okay.
It's in the baggie. I did sort of
There's
a classic
baggie.
small gift.
Oh my God, this is so small.
Yeah, I did sort of a classic small gift in a big bag.
Okay, and we've got the tissue. Okay, now we can get rid of this. And also let's not forget a paper clip.
That's also part of it.
This is part of the gift.
It's just a little
What's in this
tchotchke.
bag?
I brought you 2 tabs of really good acid and a mushroom.
Incredible. Wow.
Yeah.
Do you grow your own mushrooms?
I don't.
Okay,
I
where did
don't.
this
But I
come
got
from?
a nice mushroom guy. I just go to this kind of weird warehouse that changes locations throughout the city.
What?
You get there's a guy and he is like, we're on 16th Street today.
Right.
And you go and there's a warehouse and they pat you down and there's a bunch of people selling mushrooms and weed. And
Does it feel illegal? How illegal is this drug trade? That's my question, because it's so harmless.
I mean, if it was just weed, I would say that it's gray market, which is the term where it's like semi-legal, where I think they're probably growing it legally. They have the paperwork to grow legally.
They just don't have the business license.
Yeah, or they're not selling it in a brick and mortar in a way that you normally would, or they're not following regulations of like packaging and testing and stuff like
It's
that.
almost like selling milk.
Yeah, but it's like selling raw milk.
Raw milk.
But as soon as you put like the mushrooms and stuff into the equation, I do think it becomes
Black market.
significantly more black market.
Wild.
Yeah.
How did you find out about this particular business?
So it's an interesting little set of situation. Like, I stopped buying weed from clinics.
Okay.
Because it's like bad. I think it's bad.
In what way? You feel like it's bad weed?
I think it's bad weed. I think it's like too expensive. I think it's like overtaxed. It's like not really thinking about like the growers. It's turning into this like big sort of like
it's just another
capitalistic Marlboro sort of space, and all the weed's kind of old and it all has to get sent off and it has to get tested and you can't smell it. And like back in the day, you'd go to a clinic and you'd like open a jar and be like, this seems nice for me.
Almost like on the prairie, you would go to the apothecary.
Yeah. So I ran into some guy at a punk show who was like, he had like a little setup at the punk show. He had like a couple jars and he was like selling pre-rolled joints and stuff like that. So I like got his information and he sold me like weed and mushrooms for like a year.
Okay.
And then ominously he came over one day and he was like, hey, I just want to let you know, like I'm getting out of the game. Like I'm not going to be selling drugs anymore. Like I'm going to go back to being an air conditioner tech. I think it's a better move for me.
That's his passion.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, yeah. Like, thanks for everything, man. And like,
wow, how polite.
Over the year, we'd like, he'd come to the house and we'd have a chat. And I'd ask him about his life. And we had a nice little rapport. And I'd see him at a punk show every now and then. But then he did something really weird. Weird. He did something interesting that he left behind like a piece of paper.
Oh, I love
that
this is headed.
That had an Instagram handle on
it.
And he didn't say anything. About it. And I like followed that handle. And it was to one of these accounts that works in this sort of like gray market space. And so then essentially what he did was like connect me with his supplier. So he's like, I buy wholesale.
Wow.
So I buy a couple pounds. And then I sell, ounces or whatever to you and your people. So he basically like connected me to the big, wholesale.
What's the Breaking Bad guy's name?
It's not that big.
No, it's not big.
I'm not hanging out with Tuco.
He has an underground lair.
Yeah. So, and then I've just like gotten to know these people that it's essentially like a farmer's market. Where it pops up in these different locations and you can go and smell it like you used to. And there's a lot of different like independent growers and stuff like that.
How's their Instagram? They got good grid? Good stories?
Nothing on the grid.
Nothing on the grid.
Because if you like post stuff about weed, it gets taken down.
Oh.
And it's like one of those things where it's like often the Instagram does go down and then they have to like start over with like XX.
Give me a break.
Yeah.
And so you just go to random warehouses. When you first followed the Instagram, how do you approach? Oh, I know this guy?
I just was like so-and-so the name of the guy
Right.
or his like, nickname or whatever. It was
Right.
like connect. It was like, I know blah, blah, blah. And they're like, great, here's the address, Tuesday, this time.
Right.
And then just kind of like, you go to a farmer's market a couple times, people start to remember you and you just kind of get into
You're part of the
system.
community.
I'm in the
You're part of
system. Yeah.
And how often are you going?
Oh, I like to buy I don't like to go a ton. So I
Okay.
kind of I'll kind of buy in bulk,
Right.
buy like an ounce or two, and then, maybe go once a month or whatever and get like my treats, my medicine.
And they've got weed, they have mushrooms, they have
Yeah.
acid.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
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 Okay, that feels like
Maybe, but I'm not.
you're not going into the other category.
Yeah. I feel like
Right.
there's other people. If I had to, there's other people for that.
Oh,
but,
interesting.
Yeah, they're a little bit more on that like holistic sort of like.
Right. These things are from, well,
The acid is
Acid's
like the
not-
push.
right.
Yeah.
how is acid made?
In a lab.
I mean, sure.
I don't know the science.
yeah,
you
I've
know?
never really thought about LSD, where it comes from.
This is the acid's separate from the gray market.
Oh,
I got it from a different place.
Oh, a different place.
I don't even know. I got it from. I don't know if I can say where I got it.
Is it a person or a place?
It's like that's the thing. I'm not 100% sure. It's just like there's a collective called the Sorcerer that
Oh,
I
I
connect
love-
with on Telegram.
I love the mystique.
It's it's interesting.
America needs to get back to eating at the dinner table and mystique.
Yeah, a little bit of mystery's fun, and like it's kind of interesting to be like, what warehouse am I going to go get my weed at
course.
today? And I go to different parts of town,
Right.
and I'm like, great, I'll get to try a taco shop like a little further away, or like, oh, there's an interesting chili cheese dog stand next to it, or whatever.
And are the people you're dealing with, do they feel like drug dealers, or are they just...
Some do. Some feel like true like cultivators. They feel
Okay.
like, they're just like, I grow great weed.
I love
And then there are
this.
people who are like, I'm here to sell 60 pounds of weed
Right.
and make my money. And I'm kind of I have an intense brow.
How often are you doing mushrooms?
I like a micro dose.
Okay,
I
that's-
like it's Saturday night.
Huh.
We might go somewhere where there's like a little bit of dancing and to just like eat a little guy.
Right.
And like I can still have a conversation and I like am not going to get too like, whoa,
right.
my legs, what are they?
Tears are running down my face.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
laughing.
But a big dose, I probably like at this point, I mean, I've done it. Like once you've done the big guys,
Right.
you kind of get it. You kinda-
Sure.
There's like, there's only so many lessons in life.
Yeah, there's only so many revelations
Yeah.
you can have.
And not saying I'm opposed to getting any more, but it's like I've done it. I've done the like big trips, and I
Right.
think it's more fun to just like, yeah, we're like at a cabin, so everybody's going to eat a little bit more than a micro. We're going to do macro dose,
Right.
And feel a little giggly, and
Just
like
loosen
our
up.
tummy will be a little rumbly, but
Right. Have you had any bad trips?
for sure,
What's the
for sure,
Are you open to talking about them?
absolutely.
What's
Let
the
me
worst
think.
one you've had?
Oh man, top of mind because I was just kind of talking about this. There was like, anytime I've done mushrooms in like a large group, it's always a little more challenging.
Right, the anxiety. There are more random factors.
Yes, and there's like slightly different doses and like different needs and like different sort of desires and like comforts, and
Right.
everybody's so empathetic in a way that it's like almost the politeness gets in its own way.
Oh, sure.
After you, no, after
Oh,
you, no,
God.
after you,
No,
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 after
no.
you. But then nobody's doing anything. I remember we were like at a cabin in Big Bear. It was like a group of my improv buddies. And it was one of the first trips that I had taken with this like group of friends. And we all ate some mushrooms, and somebody was talking about that they had found a recording of what the Earth sounded like from space.
Oh,
And
boy.
it was like a sonic.
Oh boy, this could go in any direction.
And we were all seated in front of this like big window, like looking out at the view, seeing the pines and stuff, and music was playing.
Sure.
And they like had just talked about this like earth sound,
Right.
and it was playing, and it was not what I expected it to be. It was more melodic.
Oh,
And it turns out that it was not, what was playing was not the earth sound. But I went
right.
like, wait, so this is
You're listening
Earth?
to Kelly Clarkson or something.
I was like, wait, so this is Earth? And like I became misunderstood in that moment.
Oh, boy.
And they thought I was like talking about like
what you're
we were
looking at.
and that like I think there was like a perception that I was like a little further along than everybody. And then they were like, yeah, man, this like, and everybody was like laughing, like, yeah, it's Earth, man, haha. And I was like trying to communicate, like, no, not what we're looking at. Like, somebody was talking about playing this music that was the same, and I like couldn't articulate what was going on. And it was like everybody was just like laughing, and they're having a good time.
Sure.
We're comedians. We want to make people laugh, but it was making me feel a little nuts.
Of course.
And I couldn't like communicate
because you're mildly confused, and now you can't communicate or express yourself in the correct way.
And everybody's being like, and their faces are like,
Oh my
and
God.
so I like kind of played it. I just like muted myself,
Right.
and I like got really inside myself and was
Right.
like, it's fine. You were just misunderstood, and that's fine. And that kind of turned into like an earworm that burrowed its way like through my psyche, and I had to go. And I just I just left, and I didn't tell anybody, and I like was gone for like 2.5 hours, just like tripping sack like around this weird kind of like remote Big Bear area, and I'm just like wandering through these neighborhoods, just being like, does anybody get me? And I remember like finding myself like in a yard with dogs and being like, this is where I need to be. This is good. And I'm like in a yard, like somebody's property, like hanging out with their dogs. And I'm like going up to trees and hugging. And then like I get really sick and I like have to go puke like in some like person's like, you know, like
neighborhood menace.
Yeah, man. And the worst of it is like I kind of came back, and like after 2 hours that like the trip, the peaking of the trip had subsided, and I was feeling a little more regular.
Right.
And I went back to the house, and it was all locked. The whole house was locked, and it was like quite quiet. And then there was like 3 Zacks at the party, and I just remember like looking at my phone and like trying to get to Zach, but it's like all the way. So I'm going through like everybody I've ever interacted with. And I'm just thinking about like everybody that's ever been in my life, because I'm looking at
everything they've ever thought about you. Where are they now?
And then I can't figure it out. And I am overwhelmed, and I can't get to Z, and I'm just like, I just got to call one Zach. So then I'm like banging on this door trying to get in. But I scared everybody.
Yeah, of course. Now they're freaking out.
And this is like the type of person I am. Like, I'm kind of like comfort first, total people pleaser.
Sure.
Like, to send alarm to a group of people is like maybe the darkest place I could accidentally find myself. And I harshed the vibes so much. And I'm just like, God, I'm here. And then, you know, everyone's like,
who is out there?
Yes. And it was
Someone's come to kill us.
It was this like total push and pull of like, and then finally somebody was like, oh, it's you. Where have you been? And I just was like, I kind of freaked out, and I'm here now. And I think they were like all playing like hide and seek or something.
Oh, no.
So like they were like in the dark, like hiding. And then it was like,
how did someone not die during this situation?
3 people passed away. And that was one of the tough ones, because it was like, I think I've had worse trips, but I'm on my own.
Right.
And I think it was that like interfacing of like newer friends and more intimate settings and kind of upsetting them, where I was like, I carried it a lot. And what's funny is I feel like if you asked anybody there, their version of the story was like, I said a funny joke and then I like knocked a little too hard on the door later.
Little did they know.
Yeah. I was just like,
this is like a chemical reaction. This is like what's going on inside an atom. I can't go further. I wasn't that great with... Yes, a quark. They're all bouncing against each other and freaking each other out.
Yeah.
Wow, the domino effect of that is pretty wild.
It was a wild time. And it, like, it evened out.
Right.
It balanced itself out. I regained into the house and everything was fine.
Was it one of those ones where it was like, I'm going to take a little time off of mushrooms? Or it was like, well, everyone has a bad experience.
Yeah, I think I was probably like, cool. I'm not going to probably do that for 6 months to a year.
Right.
Yeah.
It was enough for the year.
Yeah, that was good. I was good on that.
At least it wasn't boring.
It was electric.
I don't quite know the difference between mushrooms and acid, like the experience.
Have you done either?
I've done mushrooms.
Cool. So
Just once, though, and it was lovely, and it was like one of these things where I'm like, I don't know if I want to have one of these experiences.
Sure. Did you get like the wavy, or was it just
I
like
had
kind of
everything.
Yeah.
But I will say it was like in 2014 when all of the Bill Cosby allegations were starting to come out, and right as it started, the
really
mushrooms
harshed
started
your
to take
vibe.
place.
Your
We were
boy,
in
you're so sad to lose your boy.
crying.
Why?
Calling my senator. No, right as it started to hit, we were in a cabin and they have like books, and I was wandering around the cabin, and truly as it hit, I found Bill Cosby's book, this giant picture of his face, and it was one of the weirdest experiences looking at Bill Cosby being deeply, deeply tripping on mushrooms. Something I'll never forget.
Yeah.
His face burned into my brain forever.
Hello.
Yeah. So that could have really gone in a bad direction.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But it sounds
But it was
kind of funny.
It was kind
nice.
of fun. I think the funniness
There's a silliness
of it worked
to it, yeah.
out. But yeah, that's all I've ever done, and it was wonderful. And it was wavy and very visual, I will say. I ate some pineapple, and it felt like I was eating gold bars,
Cool.
that kind of thing.
Yeah. What's the best way to kind of equate it? I'm going to attempt a new analogy. I feel like mushrooms is a bicycle and acid is an e-bike.
Oh, interesting. So one's bad.
One's much more intense. Or it's like, it's a very similar experience. Like, it's a psychedelic.
Right.
It allows you to kind of like look at something and it can kind of change shape.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're both similar, but it's like acid's twice the length.
Okay. Ooh.
I think it can get like far more intense visually, far more intense visually. And it's like technically a little bit more of like an upper.
Okay.
And it can really like, I think your noggin is like really turned on and you're thinking very fast.
Oh.
And your brain's just like, unless you're like
kind of scary.
outward. I think because like you can push it out
Uh-huh.
and then you're like, oh, whoa, the clouds are turning into faces of men.
Right.
And then that's really fun and nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas mushrooms, it's a little more laid back, a little bit more.
I think it's just not as like computeristic or like it's like less Tron, more Fern Gully.
Oh,
like,
interesting.
There's just like a organicness and like a violent isn't the right word, but it is also the right word.
Uh-huh.
You know. Because there's a lot of people who like the acid's easier for them because there's no tummy. Like it's not necessarily as emotional. I think it's a little more cerebral and like technical in a way where
Right,
it's like
you have to do your taxes, for example. This is the drug you would want to be on.
Yeah. I think you're having like profound thoughts, but I don't think it's more like the world and like the systems and like patterns and like, whoa, the leaf and like it's not like I'm good.
Right.
I'm thankful for myself. I don't think it's as emotional.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And do you remember the first time you did either?
For sure. First time I tried acid was with like a really great friend, Roger of mine, and we were at maybe one of the most grimy parties in like Chino, California that I could ever go to. It was just like such a fucking, just one of those like sticky. It's like the house becomes sticky. Oh. And we took acid and it was bunk.
Oh,
and we just kind of like waited for us to get high, and it never really quite worked.
Right.
You know?
So you're just like, what? Why do people do this?
Why are we? Yeah. And then I didn't try it for years because I was like, oh, it's kind of an omen. Like maybe I'm not supposed to do this.
I was saved from.
Yeah.
Right.
First time I did mushrooms was at a music festival in Eastern Washington called Sasquatch.
Okay.
And it was like I was like 23 and me and my guys fucking road tripped up and camped in like a cow field and saw all these bands over 3 days. And the first night it was really cool. And we were just like enjoyed a full day of this festival. First time I'd ever been to a music festival. And we're walking back to camp. and I was like kind of walking alone, and there was just a dude walking the opposite way. So he was like kind of headed back towards the venue.
Sure.
And he just was like, mushrooms, $25. Mushrooms, $25.
Very Peanuts, hot peanut vibe.
Hot peanut. Hot peanut. And I had $25. It's like literally the amount of cash that I had.
Whoever has $25?
Come on. I must have broken that other 20 for a $15 chicken tender or something like that.
Oh, that makes sense at a festival, yes.
And it was kind of a no thought situation where I was like, this guy's got him. I'm like at this sort of like a place where you do that.
This makes perfect sense.
And me and a buddy split the bag. We split an eighth of mushrooms and just like completely tripped sack. And it was one of those where I'm just like, laid back staring at the sky, seeing
lovely.
like the grid and like seeing it open and being like, there's so much more. And I remember, this is very silly and who knows, but I remember seeing like people, like angels or like humanoid.
So you could write the book.
Maybe. You
didn't have to die. You were seeing people and angels.
But they were like seeing me being like, you're not supposed to see us.
It was Nancy Reagan's ghost. You aren't supposed to be on drugs right now.
To be here. What are you doing? And that was really funny. That all these like people were like beyond the veil, being like,
"Whoa,
hey man, how are you seeing this, man?" And it was just so fun.
Wow,
it was so fun, and it was just like one of those like, I'm perfectly young and like, I mean, I'm just experiencing life.
Right.
And it was really, really cool and transformative. And I always thought mushrooms were going to be like, then I have to fucking get dreads and like, then all I talk about is how everybody needs to like transform. And it was not that at all. It was just like, I did it. It was great.
It's like a little ride you get to go on and then you get to continue being yourself.
Yeah. I said, I was like, you guys should try mushrooms. It was pretty fun. But I wasn't like proselytizing.
Right. That
whatever.
Personality.
Yeah.
Very
that was a big
man.
fear of mine. I think that was why I was very apprehensive for a long time. Because
Right.
a lot of people, high school, early college, were experimenting with that stuff. And I was like, that kind of like, I don't want to be full hippie.
Right. I feel like that should be more of anti-drug programs. Just like, you don't want to be annoying.
You don't want to be like a fucking hippie, right? Yeah.
No one wants to be annoying. I think that would probably be more effective than being like, well, you're going to have the best time of your life.
Yeah.
And then you'll want to keep doing it. Well, okay. Well, then
hey,
I do
people
want
aren't going to think you're chill. That would immediately make me be like,
my
I
God.
won't do cocaine.
Never.
I won't be chill.
Did you see any music while you were tripping?
Yeah.
Who did you see?
Oh, man. I remember seeing Bon Iver.
Okay.
Which was very, like, kind of boring to me.
I'm glad to hear this. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it was kind of boring. And then what was really awesome was my friends loved Bon Iver. And I was like, this kind of sucks. I'm going to go. And they're like, you can't leave. And I just was like, meet me here. We'll meet here at the end of the night. And I went and saw the lead singer of LCD Sound System did a DJ set.
Oh, fun.
But he brought a live black choir.
Whoa.
And so it was like this, he was playing like gospel music.
Okay.
Like EDM gospel music.
Wow.
And it was fucking awesome.
That sounds very
fun. And it was like
fun.
in a tent, and it was like just like dancing, and it was like so much more fun.
Oh my God.
Than Bon Iver, where everybody was just like on their blankets,
slowly
being like,
falling asleep.
Yeah. And this was just like, but it was also like had that sound of church.
Yeah,
and
like a
that,
liveliness.
Yes, and like that sort of like, they're like commanding energy, and they're like harnessing energy in a way that was like so fun.
Were they in like choir robes?
Yeah, it was like they were on a choral riser, and he was like doing his like spinning, doing the DJ shit, and then they would like sing the hooks and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
it was
so cool.
Really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is he still not doing that?
I don't know. And it was like one of those things where it's like I didn't really know who LCD Sound System was at that point in time. It was just like, I don't want to missay his name.
James Murphy.
Yeah, it was just like billed as like James Murphy DJ set.
Right.
And I was like, who's this?
Who's the Mormon Tabernacle Choir? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds delightful.
It was really special. Yeah.
Do you go to a lot of music festivals?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore. We went to that one, kind of got hooked, and then we went for like several years, 3 or 4 years, and then it closed. It was like no longer
what was this one called again?
Sasquatch.
Oh, Sasquatch.
Yeah,
right, right.
It like for whatever reason they're like, we're not doing it anymore, and then I kind of stopped. And I never went to Coachella.
Coachella sounds too dusty.
Too dusty. There was a little one. It still kind of exists in LA. I think it was like FYF, Fuck Yeah Fest, and that would be cool. It'd be like down at USC, like kind of like near the Coliseum,
right, within driving distance.
Yeah, that was really fun. Like stuff like that, I think is great. But I think as like the older I get, it's like, do I want to stand around for 9 hours?
Right.
See like probably like 2 good acts in the span of 10 acts or whatever.
Just under the beating sun.
Yeah. I'm more like, I go to gigs a lot. I still love going to punk music and going to underground shows and stuff. Like that's what I like, where I'm like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Even that's almost too much for me. When I go see a favorite band, I'm like, by the encore, I'm essentially like holding the keys in my pocket. Being like, okay,
Are you going to the opener?
If I like them. If I've heard of them. Or if I really like the band and trust their taste.
Yeah. See, that's what I like too. It's like maybe they're going to put me on and I'll have a new friend through this experience.
If it's a band that I'm like just, 70% liking, I'm like, I don't need to waste my time with whatever crap band they've got in front of them. What was the last concert you saw?
I went and saw this really cool punk band, hardcore punk band, out of Olympia, Washington, called Electric Chair.
Oh.
And they're just like, the lead singer is just like one of these guys who's just like got so much energy and he's just such a showman. And the band's really good and tight and they're clearly rehearsed and tour all the time.
Right.
And he's just like jumping around and doing somersaults and like slamming his body around. And it's
fun.
like really a great performance.
Right.
Yeah.
Where did this take place?
It's at this place called 5 Star Bar in downtown LA.
Okay. That
was a pretty iconic punk place in downtown LA for a while that closed.
Okay.
And then my buddy Dice, who's like a really big part of like kind of the DIY punk community in East LA and Los Angeles. He's run like a lot of really cool underground venues, gray market venues. And he and his buddies were like, we're going to reopen up 5 Star Bar to kind of have like a place for this community to exist. And he's kind of like, it's been a kind of his own undertaking and he's like revived it in a really cool, fun way. And it's cool to see like the city have like a more, above ground venue to exist in.
And where it's not somebody's basement or whatever.
Yeah, or like, a hole in the wall in Skid Row or whatever, which is fun. And that's, that's where you should go see a punk show. But it's also nice to just be like, I can get a beer and like there's parking.
I feel like the closest I've ever come to that, and I feel like this is like the top, is the smell.
The smell, yeah. So it's right next to the smell.
Oh, interesting.
It's literally like kitty cat corner to the smell. It's like 5 Star Bars here. There's a parking lot, the alleyway.
Right.
They're like right there. Right. The smell's awesome. That's an LA institution.
Yeah.
Those guys are so great. They like have held it down for so many years. So many great bands come out of there.
Oh yeah.
It's really,
I haven't been there
cool.
in years, but I'm glad it's still open.
It's one of those places that like is always going to be the same. There's always going to be like young kids drinking beer in the alley.
It's nice that that's just kind of a thing that it's part of nature.
Yes, yeah.
It's just like, you can't get rid of them.
It's just a cycle. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit of hope.
What was the last show that you saw?
I wish I had a memory.
I wish I had a memory.
I saw Destroyer, which is not punk. It's
I feel like I've seen it on Spotify.
Yeah, it's this guy Dan Behar and a band that are kind of I would say not super easy to describe because every one of his albums is kind of its own thing.
Cool.
But a little I don't know, even in the realm of like who I would compare it to historically with music, maybe in the same like a little bit Brian Eno or glammy slightly, but indie rock too.
Cool.
A little New Ordery sometimes.
Yeah. I'm liking how this is shaping up.
He's fantastic.
You say Brian Eno, I'm in.
Oh my God.
Come on. Have you ever listened to music at airports?
Of course. I used to listen to it when I would do my laundry in New York, sit at the laundromat.
It's so good. I have it on vinyl. It's like one of my favorite things to play at the house.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely. And his 4 like, I guess, rock or pop albums, whatever you would call them, where he's singing, 4 of my favorite albums of all time.
Sure. He's great.
so
He's
good.
so amazing.
He's gone on to produce produce bands that I'm not super into.
That happens.
But
right?
you got to make a buck.
Yeah, you got to
He's a genius.
pay the bills.
He's one of our great. I have what's it called? Oblique Strategies. They made an app of it. Do you know? Are you familiar with this?
No, please.
He created this like card thing in the 70s with I'm going to try it right now. But it has like basically these different directives, and you would pull a card from the deck. Like I think when they would be at a standstill in the studio or whatever, they would draw a card, and then like creatively they would follow that directive.
Okay.
So let's see. And I don't think Brian Eno created this app. Oh, this one says take a break. That's not very interesting.
Come on.
Let's see.
We've been working hard enough.
Okay, now exactly. This one says allow an easement.
Allow an easement.
And then in parentheses, an easement is the abandonment of a stricture. So, I mean, you just do whatever you want with that information.
Yeah.
And
so it was designed to inspire music choices?
I think
and like,
initially
we're going to
music.
jam, and this jam is inspired by the idea of adding an easement.
Right, and whatever that means to us. I think
Feels
it's just
very
like,
Brian,
big
just brain.
Spark something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll look at that occasionally, and it does almost nothing for me.
Sure,
it doesn't.
Sure.
But
you might need a drum kit at your feet or something to make
But I
that.
think it's for creatives, maybe something you can at least distract yourself with for a minute. But Brian Eno, oh my God, I just adore.
That's so cool.
Well, before I bore everyone to death with Brian Eno, I think we should play a game.
Let's play a game.
We're going to play a game called Gift Master, but first I need a number between 1 and 10 from you.
Do I tell you it?
Yes.
Yes, 7.
Okay, I have to do some light calculating to get our game pieces. So right now you can promote, recommend, do whatever you want.
Cool.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Hi, guys. I'm just going to promote good health and wellness. Drink your water. Take a deep breath with me. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do one more of those, huh, guys? For our health and wellness. Out through the mouth. Now think about something you want to accomplish today, this week, or maybe this year. Visualize it. I'm visualizing it with you. Send it to me, and I'll send you mine. Sending it to you. Wow. Think about how real that is, and I hope that happens for you.
Wow. What an excellent use of that time. Anyone listening to the podcast is now driven off the road. If they hadn't already.
Might need to drop back a warning.
Yeah.
A coziness warning.
Please be fully awake and alert. Okay, this is how we play Gift Master. I'm going to name 3 gifts that you can give away, items, experiences, whatever. I'm going to name 3 celebrities, and you're going to tell me which celebrity you would give which gift and why.
Fun.
Does that make perfect sense?
That makes perfect sense.
All right. The gifts you'll be giving today are, number 1, a good look in the mirror. Number 2, a short-lived but beloved dramedy.
Okay.
That's a nice gift. And number 3, an in-home urinal. I've used somebody's in-home urinal before, and I prefer a toilet.
It's quite a flex.
It's a flex, but it's in what direction?
Hey, can I just say, and this is going to be polarizing, just piss in your sink.
What's it for?
Same thing.
Yes.
It's the same thing,
It's got a drain. If it's got a drain,
you
can think of something that can rhyme. Let it rain.
There you go.
The celebrities are, number 1, Malia Obama.
Okay.
Up-and-coming entertainment something. I think she was a writer or something. Stephen King.
Great.
And number 3, Barbara Corcoran. Do you know who that is?
I don't think I know
From
Barbara
Shark
Corcoran.
Tank.
Oh,
She's kind
Babwa.
Babwa.
Yeah.
There you go. She's an entrepreneur. She's a real estate mogul.
Yeah.
And she's got a heart of gold. At least on the show.
Okay. So we've got the pisser.
The pisser.
We've got a good look in the mirror. And remind me of the other one.
A short-lived but beloved dramedy.
Short-lived but beloved dramedy. I think we'll give. I think Baba gets a good look in the mirror.
Okay.
Because what are you doing? What is this show? What is your life? Do you really need it? You got enough cash?
You've been doing Shark Tank for how many years now?
70?
Yeah, at least
75?
70 years. Yeah. She's about 130 years old.
A cackling witch at this point. It's dark magic keeping her afloat.
Get a hobby, Babwa.
Come on, start taking up photography. Get a dark room. You can afford it.
I'm sure you have the eye for it.
Yeah, I think I'd give her a long look in the mirror, and she'd probably love it. I think there's some ego on her that she'd be like, look at that. Look how good it all is.
She's had some very good work done.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate the work you've had done.
Okay, let me think what else. So, a short-lived dramedy.
Mm-hmm. But beloved.
People love it.
Yeah.
Who do I have left?
You've got Malia Obama and Stephen King.
I think Stephen can get the dramedy.
Okay.
I think he'd appreciate the story.
Mm-hmm. He's not getting a lot of dramedies on TV.
No.
He's not known for his soft comedy.
Yeah, he's not going subtle. Yeah.
I wonder what the closest thing he has to a dramedy.
He just, I imagine him just, there's a little bit of, or what Thinner's like kind of cheeky a little bit. Desperation, which is like Roy Buchanan, which is, I think, is his pseudonym.
Oh. He has another person writing books as well.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it's a factory at this point.
I mean, I'm saying, like, I believe he's writing them. But he can't stop that he had to create a whole alter ego.
I think that I could be so wrong, and that's totally fine, and I don't care.
I think that's true.
But yeah, the desperation is like funny to
me.
There's like dark humor.
Oh, interesting.
The cop character is like very, like he's like a cheeky bastard.
Oh.
But I also just kind of love the idea of like Stephen King watching like the first season of Skins.
Stephen King's Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah.
I think that's nice.
Yeah.
Kind of a late career turn for him.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Try and get into a different cash revenue stream.
Right. He needs it.
I'm sure he's got it, right? If you can be bad, I think you could also be good. You're just kind of putting the mirror the other way.
Right.
Just flipping the mirror.
Yeah.
And then Malia gets whatever the last one is.
She gets the in-home urinal.
Yeah, and that's just sort of like...
she's probably already got everything she could possibly ask for.
God. Yeah, I think maybe it'll give her something to, like, they can roast her about it, and that'll humble her, and that's probably what she needs.
Right.
To be a president's daughter who, she does blast cigs, which is, I think, is pretty...
Oh, interesting. Gen Z.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Daddy's daughter. I think he's stopped.
He did, but he was blasting cigs for a while.
Which we love. You know, you're the president of the United States.
Have
Smoke a cigarette.
Smoke break, brother. Come on.
The way this podcast has become pro-smoking is so crazy. We're going to have to come with a warning from...
I'm in the pocket of big nicotine. I want you to know.
The Surgeon General is coming for us.
Yeah, I drove here in a Winston Company car.
In a giant cigarette-shaped car like the Wienermobile.
It's pretty cool. You can light it.
The exhaust comes out the back.
Yeah, when you get fast enough.
Why haven't they done that? Bad move on their part.
You know, I'll call.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fucking
You're
call
in touch.
Yeah, I can get up the ladder for sure.
Get him on the phone. Get the cigarette machine going. Well, you played it perfectly.
Thank you.
Very thoughtful.
I was nervous I was going to fucking whiff it in the game.
No, you did perfectly, and all of these people are going to appreciate their gifts.
Yeah, and they're welcome.
I hope so. Okay, now we need to answer a listener question. People are writing into isaidnogifts@gmail.com, or they're sending voice notes. The voice notes have to be 60 seconds long and in a quiet space. That makes sense, doesn't it, listener? But today we're going to read one. Will you help me answer a question?
Absolutely.
All right. This says, Dear Bridger and hopefully tolerable guest. Okay. I mean, that's a little...
Okay. Well, you're sort of already creating a bias in how I'm going to interface with you and sort of the level of kindness and empathy. The whole, like, you can find your whole dream thing is fucking...
It's out the window.
Really getting out of the window.
It says, after returning home from our vacation 2 days ago, my partner and I discovered our apartment has been invaded by fruit flies and ants. We had a new house/dog sitter, so we're assuming, although we are certain, they are the cause of this pest issue. Should I get in touch with them to ask about the situation, or is it better to leave it alone? I'm worried they might be butthurt. Butthurt.
Okay.
Okay. However, they are supposed to sit for us again next month, and I would like to prevent this from happening again.
Oh, my God.
Eagerly anticipating your incredibly uplifting and faultless recommendations. Okay, now they're trying to win us over. Have a great day, Danny. P.S. Hi, Analise. I don't know who that's in reference to.
Fucking grow up.
Grow up is ultimately what everyone needs to do.
This is so lame. Fucking grow up.
You're making good on your promise.
I'm pissed.
You are upset. You're upset to begin with.
I got a fucking problem. There's ants in my house. Grow up, dude. That shit happens.
We find out you're the house sitter.
Yeah. They're fucking with my gig. That's crazy. Why do you have to? I guess my question is, why does this issue that is like fairly common, and you probably left town with fucking fruit in a bowl.
Right. You probably left just crumbs all over the counter.
There's probably an old banana in a basket
The floor
somewhere.
needed to be swept.
Yeah. Why can't there just be ants in your house because nobody was around? Why does it have to be the fault of somebody?
Because this person hasn't looked within.
Yeah.
And they're going in there. That's why they're constantly escaping to vacations.
It's
they're
like
running away from
such a
something.
champagne problem.
It's a champagne problem.
The guy watching my shit while I'm having a good time. I'm sorry you had to have a little bit of reality in your life, man.
Well, and I feel like the solution here is just live with it. The person comes around. If it is their fault, they'll live with it as well. Ultimately, it will pass.
Yeah. 8 billion people. Find another guy.
Yeah, find really another guy. Cut this person out of your life.
It's really that hard. There's somebody who's there. The people need money. There's people looking to dog sit and look at the house.
Throw a rock. You'll find somebody. Is that the phrase? And also get some of the. Have you ever heard of the magic ant chalk?
They don't cross the line.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think it probably immediately gives you cancer.
Sure.
Because I think it's illegal.
Yeah.
But you use this stuff, the ants. I've never seen anything like this. Anything as effective in any category.
Really?
But it's hard to find.
So it's different than regular chalk.
It's, as far as I know.
Okay.
It says, I think it says like magic ant chalk on it.
Well, because I know I've heard of the chalk, like I've done the chalk line.
And it worked?
Yeah.
Just chalk. Yeah. Interesting. So maybe the magic chalk people are it's branding.
I bet you it's just branding. Or it's like a type of chalk that maybe it's like a more gets off.
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm pontificating.
And it's just too much chalk, and that's why it becomes illegal. You can only have so much chalk. And
it just starts getting weird.
Well, get some regular chalk and put it all over your house.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This guy pissed me off pretty quick. This person pissed me off pretty quick.
It's Dani. So, Danny, whoever you are.
And hey, thanks for listening to the pod. I hope you like it. Subscribe to the Patreon. There's a lot of great stuff over there.
And you owe Jacob.
Yeah, I would fucking Venmo me $5, dude. I'm helping you. I'm giving you. There's not a lot of people in the world that'll throw a hammer and just be like, "Hey, check your shit." I think we need a little bit more of that.
A dose of reality.
Come on,
the third
dude.
thing America needs. We need to be eating as a family, mystique, and a dose of reality.
Just need a little bit of slap of the face of what's really going on.
That's how we turn things around.
It's crazy to write an email to a podcast about ants. I don't want to be I think I am slightly going into actually being a little rude territory, but the more I zoom out, it's like, what's going on, man?
They're having a big problem,
Do you
Jacob.
not have a friend to call?
They have a friend in me.
Yeah, that's right.
They expected me to be on their side this time, and unfortunately, they were wrong.
And my sincerest apologies, Danny.
He's not sorry.
No. But I can't lose a fan.
You can't. Take it back. Take it back quickly. This is bad for your career, Jacob.
This is going to ruin me. I'm going to get buried in this.
You've got to think about the bottom line. He's sorry. He doesn't want to end up at Delightful Dinners.
No, I can't go back.
You can't go back to Delightful Dinners.
My hands are too soft now. I don't think they'd handle it.
Well, we answered the question perfectly.
I think so.
I have my drugs.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, at least I hope they find a good home.
Of course.
Yeah, don't take both tabs of acid at once.
Right before I drive home.
Yeah.
That'll be the rest of my day.
Yeah,
so
please don't take both at the same time.
Okay, I won't take both at the same time.
Do it with
Fine.
a friend. Split it with a friend. Have an experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had such a nice time with you.
This is a really fun time. Thank you for
being here.
Of course.
Listener, the podcast is over. Of course, you know that. You're denying it. You're scratching, you're clawing, trying to keep it going. And
sort of wincing at the bar coming to a close there on their iPhone.
And there's really nothing you can do. We've all been speeding towards a conclusion, and here we are. It's over. I love you. Goodbye.